and gentlemen, this professional middleweight fight is set for 3 5-minute rounds, and it is brought to you by our friends at Expectation Sports. Introducing first, he's fighting out of the blue corner. He steps into the cage tonight with a record of 0 wins and 2 losses. His height, 6 feet 2 inches, and his weight, 185 pounds. He trains independently and he fights out of Elizabeth, Georgia, New Jersey. His name is Dejon Farrell-Francis. And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage tonight with a record of 0 wins and 1 loss. His height, 6 feet 2 inches, and his weight, 185 pounds. He trains with Jim O, and he fights out of Gastonia, North Carolina. I present to you, Paul the Phoenix Carson.
Big Luke Wilson in for the action on this one. Man, there's going to be some fireworks on this one. I can feel it.
Here we go.
Paul Carson, Dejon Fairplay, Farrell-Francis. 185, here we go. Big takedown.
Good slam.
Ooh.
Yep, we saw that coming.
This is the kind of fight I anticipated from Paul Carson. A lot of control, a lot of ground and pound.
Yep.
Look for him to either get to side control or get to a position of mount. Dejon's doing a really good job here of just tying Carson up.
Yep, and staying tight and staying small.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's working up, getting his back against the cage as well.
Hey, it's similar to the last fight. These are two guys, you know how it goes early in the career. Sometimes you might end up with an upside-down record. However, these guys want a win. They desperately want to win for their pro career.
Yep.
Carson throwing some short blows to the body there.
Ooh. Doing a great job with those jabs to set up a better position here.
Yeah, he's not just a headhunter. You see him picking his shots. He'll go to the body, he'll go to the head, then he'll try to set up a grappling position change or a better position. Like there, well, he actually ended up in a worse position.
Oh, close guard.
Yeah, for you guys at home, this is jiu-jitsu. This is an amazing sport that we're watching here. Dejon was in a bad situation. Now he's in a better situation here with Carson inside his guard.
Yep, he's got to be careful with this open guard, though.
Yeah,
it's a bad move for him, personally.
He's got to keep the distance closed.
He had it closed, and then he opened it up, and
yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity for a sweep right here.
Right there with the leg, yeah.
You got to be careful. Open up a guard with a guy like Paul Carson.
It's kind of like those Tito Ortiz or the Godfather of ground and pound, Mark Coleman.
Yep.
You open up that guard, they're gonna throw ground and pound, elbows, punches.
Seeing some nice control from Dejon on the bottom here.
2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here of the first of 3. Again, these are 3 5-minute rounds.
And yeah, you're exactly right, Samantha. That's what you want to do. If you're in the bad position, pinned up against the cage, you either want to try to get a sweep, you want to try to get to your feet, but you definitely do not want to have your opponent throwing punches down on you.
Yep.
And Dejon's done a good job of that.
Yeah, he's staying calm and trying to control as best as possible.
This fight brought to you by Spectation Sports. Spectation Sports, best place to watch your regional, pro, and amateur level fights, matches, and tournaments. Log on, spectationsports.com.
Carson throwing those heavy
He's throwing
punches.
Heavy bombs here.
Can just close the guard back and pull him back down.
Dejon staying calm.
Yeah, he was
Staying
smart. He was smart in the extension there for Paul Carson. Give himself a little bit of time and space.
Big Luke Wilson.
Looks like maybe there's a mouthpiece situation or something there.
Still allowing the action to go on, fixing it, getting right back to it.
Got a minute left.
Anxious to see here how the second round's going to play off. Both these guys starting standing. See if it's a different kind of round.
And Samantha, from a fighter's perspective, I love having, fighters here to talk to. With a minute left into a round, do you feel that? Do you know that? Do you care about that, or you just fight until you
We don't care about that. We just try to survive. Like if I'm on bottom, the main important thing for me is to not let them get any distance to where they can really haymaker me down.
Right.
So staying calm, collected, just like what Dejon is doing right now, is pretty smart.
Yeah.
Keeping him closed down, keeping him locked down.
Yeah, and even, as the fans smarten up, and they have, you start to see guys ooh and ah when position changes happen on the ground. It's no longer just when the knockout happens or a submission. They're starting to be impressed by the intricacies of jiu-jitsu.
Yep, and the reversals and escapes. And
we see a little cut above the right eye here of Dejon Farrell-Francis. You see here, really the only part of this first round that was standing is the first 20 seconds.
Yeah,
Boom, close the guard immediately.
Yeah,
close the distance immediately.
Paul threw that overhand, and then he went straight for the double leg.
Yep.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful double.
All right, second round here. Carson, Francis. I gotta say, of these two guys, Carson looks a little bit more relaxed. Oh, man, he's going for the flying knee there, and I think that ended up being a bad idea.
It looked like he called him. It just wasn't flush.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
Caught him and took him down. Took advantage of the situation.
Shades of Jorge Masvidal.
Sure, yeah. We've seen that attempt a few times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since, and I mean, if you see someone like Masvidal put that on Ben, so early at Ben Askren, why not try it?
Yeah.
We've seen that a couple times in some later rounds.
Seems to be trouble with the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
That's the second time it's come out.
And I can't see from my angle. Is that from Carson or Francis?
It's Carson.
Carson.
And I don't know if that's any tell of any mouth breathing going on. I don't know if he's exhausted.
My thought there is he's probably opening his mouth to get a little bit more air, and then maybe he's catching those elbows at the same time. I think that's a maybe combination. I don't think it's intentional.
Get out of there. Get out of there. You got to get out of there.
Well, the second round is right back where.
Much like the
Carson's throwing some nasty elbows. So.
Yeah, not the most exciting fight, but this is the fight that is probably smart for Carson.
Oh, this was Dejon's.
Yep.
Yeah, mouth guard.
Yeah, this is a smart fight for Carson. He's going to stick to what he knows, but we're going to, audience is going to want to see some action coming up. And We hear the corner of Francis with instructions to get up. Tough act
that's tough
to
to do.
complete,
Yeah.
for someone like Carson.
Yeah. Yeah, Division I wrestler.
While you're getting punched in the head, it's a tough thing to just stand up.
This is, Carson's showing some really good ground and pound, picking his shots. As soon as Dejon is transitioning from different grips, he's coming down with the different combos.
I interviewed Paul Carson before this fight, and I was, you're always kind of taken away. This kid is a really nice kid, a really nice guy. And, when you see him fight in the cage, it's kind of, you're like, well, where's that nice kid at now?
Right. Yeah, some people really have that ability to turn that on when they walk in. And so many of those guys, find success in the sport, guys and girls, that just have the ability to.
You got to find your switch.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we're talking to the blue-eyed devil here. She definitely has a switch.
Come packaged real nice and sweet, like a Sour Patch Kid.
But, we've had so many great athletes that have come out of Aries and are very similar to that. I think about Robbie Ring, who's helped us with commentary quite a few times, just the nicest guy in the world.
Right.
He's finding a lot of good success on himself.
Let's see if Dejon can walk right here.
Yeah, making some good attempts. I think Dejon is
getting back into closed guard.
I really want to see Dejon with a triangle attempt or some hunting some submissions from the bottom here. Otherwise, if this one goes to decision, it's going to be a hard one for Dejon.
Yeah, having his head pinned up to the cage, it's just a bad position to be in.
Yep. Minute remaining here of the second of 3 rounds.
Posturing up, Paul Carson probably more than likely about to throw some blows.
Get up, Dejon, that's your shot.
Dejon's just trying to get him off of him. Just.
Yeah, Dejon, come on, fight back, yeah.
Action's right in front of us now. It's a grueling fight, guys.
Yep.
Don't move. Work.
We hear some good verbal back and forth from Paul Carson and Dejon Francis.
Come on, Dejon, 15 seconds, make it count.
That's the part of the sport that I love to hear. Two guys talking to one another.
Ten seconds remaining here of the second of 3.
Grueling fight, body, head. This fight is going just the way Paul Carson drew it up.
Absolutely right.
It's like a cauliflower ear busted.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, we got Cutman over there. Cutman Mark taking a look at the ear of Paul Carson.
One thing about fighting a wrestler is they can maul you.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
They have every tool to just stay on top.
Well, it's probably, honestly, it's probably one of the hardest sports, especially little kids doing it, competing at weight, dropping weight. And you get these little monsters come in after wrestling, youth league, going to high school, wrestling in college, and then these guys turn into MMA athletes.
Hardball rounds, Cotton Eye Joe, let's welcome these men into round number 3.
All right, round number 3. Paul Carson, Dejon, Fairplay, Farrell-Francis.
Come on, Dejon. Last one, make it count. Let's go.
No, Dejon's looking for the knockout immediately, going for these strikers.
Oh, there was
as we lost the mouthpiece for the 5th time.
And I apologize earlier. I blamed it on Carson.
No, it was hard to tell. Yeah, it was hard to tell, but I think that it was just not a fitted mouthpiece, and France just having a hard time keeping it in. I don't think it's anything intentional.
No, not at all.
We have seen that with fighters. Try to get some extra time and spit out a mouthpiece, but I don't think that's the case here.
Yeah, I don't think Luke Wilson's going to let that slide ever.
No.
Oh, we might see a reverse guillotine.
Yeah, Carson is trying to set up. If he can get under the
Yep.
chin, that
He
is
just
going to be
get it.
tight. Yep,
Oh,
that's
I think,
tight.
does he got it?
He did, but I think Carson was wise to it and framed up pretty well. It's just getting his mount
He's
back.
back in close guard.
Yep. Big Luke Wilson with the final warning here over the mouthpiece.
It's one thing I see, and I don't know, when a wrestler has his leg based like that, it looked like Dejon would try to sweep.
Sweep, yeah. That's what I was sitting here thinking.
I'm wondering that too, yeah, why he's not setting up for any sweeps.
And he's trapping him down really, really good. He could easily just bump over.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Carson definitely has the control of this fight. Not sure how many minutes he would have controlled this fight, but he has controlled the majority.
Yeah, big majority of this. And I just wonder what the preparation was for Francis. I mean, you're competing against a wrestler with this kind of accolades. It's, a 6 weeks fight camp's not gonna get you where you need to be in those wrestling
Nasty
accolades. And maybe that's what we're
elbows.
seeing here.
But I'll say, Dejon showed some great defensive jiu-jitsu. He showed some great stand-up in moments where he had his chances to deliver kicks and punches. If he just works on getting up or sweeps or, he could
just
have
got to
the full
get Carson
package.
off him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is a lot easier said than done.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yep, no doubt about that. Ooh,
Oh,
man.
elbows again.
Nasty elbows.
And it's pretty amazing to see how many are landing so cleanly. Carson is just finding a home for each one of those elbows. Two minutes remaining here of the third and final.
Now Carson's the one bringing the heat.
Yep.
You like to see that. A guy that knows he's up 2-0, still not, being stagnant, still throwing punishment, still doing what he does, trying to finish this fight. Here the coaches over there, the corner of Carson, telling him to posture up, throw elbows.
Yeah, he's doing a good job on it. We're this late into the fight. It's very obvious he's not too concerned about passing the guard here, Francis, or many of any submission attempts. I think he just knows if he closes out in this position, then more than likely he's going to secure the W. This has really worn down Francis here.
Got a minute left in the last round.
Grueling fight. It's almost gone 15 minutes. Blood is
we got
everywhere.
ground control time here in Carson, 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Francis not quite kicking over that amount.
Great fight by Carson. He did, what?
Yep.
What?
He's still staying in it.
He's-
Phenomenal job keeping top position.
Keeping top position, doing what wrestlers do.
Yep.
Ball.
Yep, he is staying in it. I'd like to see more submission hunting from him in his future bouts coming up. But regardless, he knew what kind of fight he needed to come out here and make. 10 seconds remaining here.
Good job, Paul Carson. Good fight.
Good fight.
Great fight for Paul Carson. But we'll leave it up to the judges and see how they scored this one.
Good, though, for Dejon, though, for hanging in there every step.
Yeah.
Not giving up.
Just waiting for the refs, the judges to make this one official. All right, hand this one over to Lance Green, making this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 grueling rounds, this decision has gone to your judges' scorecard. Judge Lisa Doran sees it 30-27. Johnny Stewart, 30-26. Chandler Goins, 30-26. Your winner by unanimous decision, Paul